Good evening and welcome to NACTV Bigger Bingo for Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024, broadcasting live from Nipawin, Manitoba. Before we get started on our bingo games, here are the rules. Our license number is LGCA 6052 MBI 35606. First rule, one ball will be drawn at the beginning of this session. This ball will be the tuning number for Game 3, the blackout and 52 numbers. Number 2, when bingo is declared on more than one number, only those who declared bingo on the earliest number called will be declared winners and eligible to win the prize. Number 3, each bingo game will be closed when bingo has been declared and verified by calling the number displayed on the screen. The phone lines are open to receive calls, and it has been announced 3 times that the phone lines are open to receive calls. At least one phone line has been available for calls for 2.5 minutes, and the game is declared closed. No further calls will be accepted with regards to that closed bingo game. Number 4, prize money is split evenly among multiple winners with a minimum payout of $25. Number 5, final win confirmation occurs when the winners submit their date stamped sheet containing the winning card to NACTV. Number 6, in the event of transmitting or telephone problems which prevent continuation of play prior to the event start or at any time during the event's duration, the game will be rescheduled or resumed on the next Wednesday night. Players will keep their cards for the following Wednesday and they will be accepted. If a player is unable to play the following Wednesday, they may exchange their cards at NACTV for a future game. Please check the nactv.tv website or call the office for confirmation of the games to be played. Number 7, Game 1 is played to a blackout on the gold cards. Jackpot in 50 numbers or less is a minimum of $1,000. After 50 numbers, Game 1 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 8, Games 2 and 3 are played on the colored cards. Game 2, the X game, has a prize amount of $150. Game 3, which continues on from Game 2, is a blackout. Jackpot in 52 numbers or less is a minimum of $500. After 52 numbers, Game 3 continues to a blackout for $100 consolation prize, and we're on the pink colored cards for Games 2 and 3 tonight. Number 9, if Game 3 is won with the tuning ball number drawn at the beginning of the session, the winner will receive the accumulated tuning pot plus the blackout or consolation prize. Number 10, jackpots for Games 1 and 3 accumulate by 50 cents per package sold. When a jackpot is won, the pot will increase from the minimum amount when accumulated sales reach that value from 0. Number 11, the tuning pot accumulates by $1 per package sold. When it is won, it starts at 0. Number 12, prizes must be claimed and checks cashed within 6 months from the bingo play date. Number 13, a list of the bingo numbers called can be obtained from the NACTV office. And those are our rules for tonight and every other night. Okay, our tuning ball number is B5. Our tuning ball number is B5. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that one back in to the hopper. And let's play bingo. Game 1, jackpot in 50 numbers. As shown on the screen, you got to cover all those numbers. The prize is now at $18,839. The first number out on the gold colored cards is under the B12. B12. Under the 065, 065. Whoops, not that one. There we go. Under the B14, B14. Under the I-26, I-26. Under the O74, O74. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the I-27, I-27. Under the B11, B11. Under the G55, G55. Under the I-19, I-19. Under the B13, B13. Under the B4, B4. Under the I-23, I-23. Under the G52, G52. Under the O63, O63. Under the N36, N36. Under the B8, B8. Under the O69, O69. Under the B1, B1. Under the I-16, I-16. Under the B9, B9. Under the N44, N44. Under the N37, N37. Under the B10, B10. Under the I-25, I-25. Under the G50, G50. Under the G54, G54. Under the O71, O71. Under the N39, N39. Under the N42, N42. Under the O68, O68. Under the O70, O70. Under the I-28, I-28. Under the G49, G49. Under the G46, G46. Under the N33, N33. Under the G53, G53. Under the G56, G56. Under the G58, G58. Under the N41, N41. Under the I30, I30. Under the B15, B15. Under the G60, G60. Under the G59, G59. Under the I22, I22. Under the I21, I21. Under the B2, B2. Under the B7, B7. Under the O67, O67. Under the N38, N38. And that is your 50th number. So we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes and see if anybody calls in and claims that jackpot of $18,839. And of course, if somebody does, they would have 50 cents from every package sold tonight added to that value. We don't know how many we sold for tonight's game until they get picked up tomorrow. The ones that haven't sold. Number is 204-476-2639, and the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Okay. This coming weekend, we have the 9th Annual Nipwa Chamber Fair from May 24th to 26th at the fairgrounds. It opens on Friday with midway rides and a carnival and food trucks. And then Saturday, there's a pancake breakfast, town-wide yard sale, a Nipwa Garden Club's plant sale, a couple miles out of town. There's a small animal petting farm and pony rides, the Yellowhead Roadrunners Show and Shine car show, and in the afternoon, the old time dance and dinner at the Legion Hall. Tickets do need to be purchased for that. And then on Sunday, it wraps up with the midway rides and carnival and the reptile gardens, and it closes at 4. Imagine the food trucks are there too. And that's our Nipwa Fair for this weekend. I believe the weather's looking good at this point in time, but you never know. Evergreen Environmental Technologies is open Monday to Friday 8 to 4 and Saturday 8 to 3. The next time they are closed on one of those days would be July 1st for Canada Day. With 20 seconds to go, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed. And we'll move on to the constellation round for game 1 on the gold colored cards. Your next number out is under the G57. G57. Under the O73. O73. Under the G47, G47. And we have a caller. Okay, not sure what that was about. Okay, back to our bingo here. Under the I-20, I-20. Okay, somebody called in again. We'll check it out. See if we have a winner.
Oh gosh, the sound is cutting out on this.
And who do they have?
What are you getting here? Television, like Shaw?
Well, not Shaw, but
17.
I think Westman.
Westman, that would
Are they on Westman? I'm pretty sure Westman. A sound person, do we have any issues on our end with sound cutting in and out?
Oh, really?
Do we have any issues on our end with our TV? I guess you can't tell. No, there's fine?
Westman, she's on Westman. Oh yeah. You really need to talk to Westman because last time we also have some frozen, like it's freezing sometimes from time to time. That's Monday. So that's Westman. If they can try the website,
Can you
or
go
the
on the
YouTube.
website?
Or the YouTube.
Okay, we're just gonna, somebody's having problems with the sound cutting in and out. It's not the end of the world, at least they can get the picture.
It's not, it's cutting out on there too, on the website.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's their connection.
Can you check your connection?
Well, no, they probably wouldn't be able to check their connection.
The internet.
Ask them to call Westman and see if there's any issue there if they want to, because we're not showing up any problems at our end. And I know when my
Can you phone Westman?
when my Westman's getting slow, it'll drop the signal and then then pick it back up. But it's annoying.
Westman don't usually have problems until now. We already called them last time, and now it's back again.
For me?
Okay, well I am going to continue on.
Yeah.
Let them know that I'm going to continue on because we can't do anything at our end.
Can't do anything, so we're going to have to carry on. Okay.
And somebody can contact Westman tomorrow and see if it was their issue or I don't know. Anyways, we're carrying on. They at least got a picture. Yay, thank you. Under the G48. G48. Under the I-17. I-17. Under the I-24. I-24. Under the B6. B6. Under the O64, O64. Under the O62, O62. Oh, where? Oh, we have another caller. Let's see if this is going to be somebody that's won or has an issue.
Can you give me the number in this?
Oh, I think it's a winner. Sounds like a winner here. So we won't need to see that ball. Sure. Okay, we have a valid bingo. Now, what's the number? One number back is what?
Which number did you bingo?
One number back is,
6.
okay, I'll take a look at that too. Okay, so wasn't on 062. How about 064? Oh, nope. B6? Yes. Okay, so
That sounds good. Can you give me
the
your
third number back, B6. B6 is a valid bingo, and it was the third number back. So we'll continue. We'll show you the screen, and the other phone line is open to receive your calls. The one line is open to receive your calls. And I know I read my webtoons at home, and when I read them, I'm on Westman, and sometimes it doesn't load, and sometimes it's very quickly between when it, I guess, drops the signal for just a wee tiny little bit, but I have to refresh that page in order to read it. So it happens fairly frequently on that. So I'm not sure if that's what's going on as well. Sometimes with Westman and for other people, well, it's annoying, especially when you're playing bingo and you get it choppy for sound, or it skips when it comes back on and the number's been called and you didn't see it. That's happened to us before here. So hopefully it gets better for the people that it's been annoying to right now tonight. And we now have both phone lines open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. Oh, somebody else just called in.
your bingo? Well, we can't do anything. We have one other call. Yeah. Can you phone Westman? Because we can't. They'll have to deal with it. Westman Cable?
Try calling them and see if it'll make a
We
difference.
don't. We're not able to do it here.
We would have to call them too.
Yeah. We don't have it now. I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
Okay, I have had one phone line open for that 2.5 minutes. So for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll move on to the consolation round. We'll move on to the next game on our pink colored cards. We're going to look for the letter X. And our winner on the Bonanza Consolation was Janice Abstrider. Congratulations to Janice of Nipwa, purchasing the cards at Kinsman Courts 2. Okay, on the pink colored cards, looking for the letter X for a prize of $150. Your first number out is under the 070. 070. Under the N41, N41. Under the G52, G52. Under the I16, I16. Under the N32, N32. Under the G56, G56. Under the G59, G59. Under the N40, N40. Under the B15, B15. Under the B1, B1. Under the N44, N44. Under the I19, I19. Under the B14, B14. Under the O69, O69. Under the O67, O67. Under the O72, O72. Under the O66, O66. Under the I-26, I-26. Under the G54, G54. Under the B8, B8. Under the G53, G53. Under the O65, O65. Under the O61, O61. Under the I-24, I-24. Under the I-28, I-28. Under the B9, B9. Under the G57, G57. Under the G48, G48. Under the O74, O74. Under the N37, N37. Under the B12, B12. Under the B2, B2. Under the N35, N35. Under the B5, B5. Under the I-17, I-17. Under the G55, G55. And we have a caller. So we'll pause here. Remember the number in the hoop, but you can't bingo on that one because it hasn't been called yet. So the number shown up there has not been called, so you can't bingo on that one, unless of course somebody doesn't have a valid bingo. But let's see. 2582. Well, they have a valid bingo. I'm not sure which number. What's one number back? I-17. Yeah, they bingoed on I-17. So, one number back. So that's, well, I guess the second number, I guess, if you're counting the first one as the one I just called, and then the one that got bingoed on is the second number. So it'll be the second number back. And it was under I-17, so that's a valid bingo for the letter X. I-17 is a valid bingo. And that is a number back from that one. So the number before the G55. And then, oops, start my timer here. Not like we have a lot of time. Okay, now both of the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. And we will be moving into game 3. Oh. I guess we called B5 already. The tuning number has been called already, so we won't be looking for that in game 3. B5 has already been called for the tuning number. So our tuning pot at $8,357 will be growing. And we sold 111 packages last week. Anything else here to let you know? Not particularly. Oh yeah, number. Yeah, our phone lines are open to receive your calls. 204-476-2639. And we have one valid bingo so far. It was one number back on I-17. For 20 seconds, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll move on to the blackout and 52 numbers. With a jackpot of $9,096. And our winner on the Big X was Darlene Gillies. Congratulations, Darlene of Newport, purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy. Okay, moving on to that blackout and 52 numbers, still on the pink colored cards, carry on game from the letter X. The next number out on those pink colored cards is under the B7. B7. Under the G51, G51. Under the G49, G49. Under the O62, O62. Under the G50, G50. Under the N42, N42. Under the N45, N45. Under the B11, B11. Under the N31, N31. Under the N36, N36. Under the G47, G47. Under the I20, I20. Under the G46, G46. Under the I27, I27. Under the I23, I23. Under the I30, I30. And that is your 52nd number. So we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes and see if anybody calls in to claim the jackpot of $9,096 plus 50 cents for every package sold for tonight's game, in which case it would take us an extra day to process that because we need to pick it up tomorrow. We would have to add the amounts in and everything, contact the person, and they would get their check on Friday if they won a jackpot. Otherwise, the consolation prizes and the letter X for $150, they're all available after 1 o'clock the following day, so that'd be Thursday after 1. Those ones can be picked up with the presentation and the submission of the winning bingo card. And don't cut it out. It needs to be attached to the strip that it was with. The whole strip needs to be given to NACTV so that you can get your check in exchange. It's a lottery's requirement. So without that winning strip, that card on the winning strip, hand it in, we can't give you your check. So very important to save that, even if you do win. I'd like to thank the following businesses for carrying our bingo packages: Harris Pharmacy, Touchwood Park, Neepa Legion, and Kinsman Courts 2 for Kinsman Courts residents. And of course you can buy them here at NACTV. And I'd like to thank the Neepa distributors that have carried our bingo cards, and that would be Rocking Animal House and Tim Tom's Asian Grocery Store. And way back before when? No, before COVID, and during a little bit of it, the dollar store also carried the bingo cards. And now the bingo packages are available at Harris Pharmacy, Touchwood Park, Neepa Legion, and here at the station. The phone lines are open to receive your calls. For the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll move on to the consolation round for $100. Still playing on those pink color cards and still looking for a blackout. We now have under the 063. 063. Under the 075. 075. Under the 064. 064. Under the 073, 073. Under the I-21, I-21. Under the B13, B13. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the N39, N39. Under the B3, B3. And we have a caller. We have another caller. Okay, 2 callers. B3 was either popular or the number before it. B3, N39. Okay, N39 is a valid bingo, so it's one number back for them. N39. Oh, this one might be back further than that. Okay. Not a B3, not N39. Okay, N39, can you just put them on hold and tell them N39, please, that they're no longer a winner, sorry. N39 is no longer the valid bingo. We have a valid bingo on I-18, 3 numbers back. Just let them know that there's no valid bingo on the N39.
Actually, there is a valid bingo on 4502.
I forget what number I said now, though.
Okay. She was on
I-18, I think.
I-18.
Yeah, I-18 is the valid bingo, 3 numbers back. So the valid bingo right now is I-18, 3 numbers back. And we do have one phone line open to receive your calls, so I'll start the timer. One phone line is open, and it was I-18. Oh, phone line not open anymore.
Okay, tell me the number in the center of your card. Can you tell me the number in the center of your card? And which number did you bingo on? 60.
Was that even further back? Here, I'll do it.
Just a second.
Just-
Let me check.
2590. No, a B3, so that one's not a valid bingo because we had somebody bingo of 3 numbers back.
Because
They bingoed on B3, and we had somebody bingo on 3 numbers back on I-18.
Pardon me? She called 60?
Uh,
No, it's.
it doesn't matter. We had somebody bingo on an earlier number.
Before that. She's back 4 numbers. Okay? But thank you very much for playing anyway. Okay? Bye-bye.
Hey, yes. As the person on the phone said, thank you all for playing. It's a great support for. Oh, wasn't even a bingo on B3. Ha. Yeah, the person picked up the number in the hoop is what that person actually bingoed on, that last caller. But since we had somebody bingo even before that on I-18, okay, I guess I can resume my countdown here for the number. We're just getting the phone lines busy. Before a lot of people disappear, thank you all for playing along. Your support of NATV is greatly appreciated.
Okay, I'm going to give you.
No, I don't think it's a valid bingo on that one.
Your phone now, okay? This is Wes.
Okay, I think I paused my timer. I didn't need to.
Everybody, it's only you. Your team.
Just let them know we can't do anything at our end. They can try calling it Westman.
Do anything here. I can give you a number, you can try. Other than that, we can't do anything. Okay. Yeah, I will.
But we will take note of everybody that called in complaining of poor reception. And they're all on Westman. Guess you MTS subscribers are so happy. I have Westman too, though. Okay, we're just waiting for the timer to count down here.
Okay. They have a pencil? Okay. 2.
Seems a long time when you're waiting for it to count down.
I'll read it slow. 204.
but nobody else is calling in.
7, 1,
So I suspect
yes,
we have one winner per one game tonight.
0, 2.
Oh, I don't even have this person's last name yet. Okay, I'll have to give it back.
2. Yes, correct. So you give them a call and see what they'll do for you, okay?
Okay,
Real good.
we have one phone line open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are now open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls. I declare this game closed, and that wraps it up for tonight. So, let's find out who our winner was on that last game. Okay. Cheryl McLaughlin of Neepawa, purchasing the cards at Harris Pharmacy, won our blackout consolation. So, recapping for the evening, we had Janice Abstrider of Neepawa purchasing cards from Kinsman Court 2. Darlene Gillies won the Big X and purchased the winning card at Harris Pharmacy. Cheryl McLaughlin won the blackout consolation and purchased the winning card at Harris Pharmacy. Congratulations to all our 3 winners. Thank you all for playing along. Have a great night. Hope to see you next Wednesday.